Hello, everyone, and welcome to today's webinar, Leading the Way with EFRAG ESRS SET 1, Get Early Adopters Inside. We will be starting in just a few minutes. In the meantime, make sure you are settled in and ready to engage with our experts today. We encourage you to actively participate throughout the session, ask questions in the Q&A session, and respond to a poll questions as we go along. Also, don't forget about our exciting offers at the end of the session. So we'll be starting in few more minutes. Hello and welcome again, everyone. My name is Neha and I will be your moderator today as we explore the latest in ESG reporting, specifically focusing on the EFRAG ESRS SET 1 taxonomy and its digital integration. This session is brought to you by Iris Carbon, a leading provider of digital reporting solutions trusted by over 30 regulators globally. Today, we have a stellar lineup of experts from Iris Business Services Limited to walk us through how you can get ahead with CSRD reporting and ESG digital tagging. Before we dive in, let me quickly go over a few housekeeping announcements. The webinar will be recorded and we will share the recording with all attendees afterward. Please use the Q&A section to submit any questions during the session. We will answer as many of them as possible during the session. If you experience any technical difficulties, feel to message us using the chat option and our support team will assist you. In UK, we operate with the trade name of Phoenix Solutions, and we are not at all associated with any Iris software group. This is a very important point to be noted, so please be noted. So I would like to begin by introducing our speakers today. So we have myself Neha, your moderator for today's webinar, having 14 years of expertise, specializes in navigating complex reporting mandates across region like the US, EU, and the UK region. Currently heading customer success in the EU and UK region. Also collaborating with industry leaders to create roadmaps for effective ESG integration and impactful financial reporting. We also have Preetham Agarwal with 13 plus years of experience in the SaaS industry and a subject matter expertise in ESG and digital reporting, currently leading customer success in DACH region. Preetham has a rich experience of managing regulatory needs in Europe, UK, and the US. He also leverages his expertise for digital conversion of ESG data and authoring reports using disclosure management solution. We also have Nupur Samantre, a chartered accountant by profession with 4+ years of experience, heading customer success in Benelux region. With an understanding of different mandates, financial reporting standards, and a passion for client satisfaction, Nupur ensures seamless communication and solutions for clients in navigating the complexity of XBRL and IXBRL requirements in Europe, US, and the UK region. So they will cover a range of important topics today, including CSRD reporting, timelines, XBRL tagging, and much more. So before we deep dive into the presentations, here's a quick look at our agenda. We will start with an overview of Iris and its role in CSRD reporting and the ESRS taxonomy. We will deep dive into how to get started with digital ESG tagging and what this means to you, to your organization. An overview of the EFRAG ESRS SET 1 taxonomy, how digital tagging can enhance your ESG reporting. And finally, a Q&A session where our experts will answer your burning questions. So feel free to post your questions in the chat throughout the presentation and we will address them during the Q&A. And also, I am very excited to share some special offers exclusively for today's attendees. It is a surprise which will be announced at the end of the session. So all you need to do is send an email to info@iriscarbon.com to avail of this limited time offer. So don't miss out. Throughout today's webinar, we'll be collecting some interactive polls as well to gather your feedback and thoughts. So keep on engaging with the webinar. We will cover a lot of ground, so let's get started. So IRIS Business Services is a regulatory technology company that specializes in providing innovative solutions to regulators and supervisory bodies. At IRIS, we offer a complete suite of regulatory, financial, and non-financial reporting solutions, providing software platforms for document creation, data collection, and analysis. Our global reach extends to 52 countries with over 5,000 customers, and millions of filings are getting filed every year using our platform. We are proud to be a trusted partner in XBRL and structured data reporting, including our award-winning IRIS Carbon platform. IRIS Carbon operates in 3 business segments: collect, create, and consume, where collect segment serves regulators. Products offered through the create segment help enterprises create their submissions to regulators and are part of the company growing portfolio of SaaS. The consume segment includes software tools for data analysis and a global repository of normalized financial and non-financial data called from filings, if available publicly. IRIS Carbon is a flagship product of IRIS Business and is in 35 plus countries, and it's a SaaS-based cloud solution for companies to manage internal and external reporting, whether it's financial or non-financial. IRIS Carbon customer satisfaction score is 4.8 out of 5, which is due to our valued and esteemed customer. Because of their valuable feedback, we have reached this score. And we are number 1 when it comes to XBRL quality. And during summers, we are able to keep the heat on and won so many awards from Gartner, G2, and Capterra. And this is again because of our valuable feedback from our clients and partners. So thank you if you are attending this webinar. To the next slide. So this is IRIS Carbon product suite, and our flagship solution offers everything from XBRL, iXBRL reporting to disclosure management and data analytics. So let's see IRIS Carbon product suite one by one. In the product suite, we have your all-in-one platform for comprehensive ESG reporting, streamlined data management, and impactful stakeholder communication. It's a collaborative cloud-based platform designed to simplify compliance with reporting standards across various taxonomies, including ISV, GRI, ESRS, and more. We also have IRIS Carbon Disclosure Management, which is a Microsoft 365-based SaaS solution tailored for the Office of the CFO. The collaborative platform assists users in preparing, reviewing, and finalizing financial and non-financial reports. For example, your annual report, your quarterly report, ESG report, your internal reports, and so on, in a highly efficient manner, along with high-quality XBRL inline XBRL reporting. Simple, intuitive, and comprehensive solution to handle all your XBRL, iXBRL reporting needs across mandates and geographies. So this is our product suite, wherein we also have IRIS Carbon iConnect platform, which is the ultimate solution for XBRL. With our powerful add-in for Microsoft Excel, you can easily load and analyze XBRL data from public companies using IRIS Carbon iConnect platform. So these are some of the logos we have as a clients. Let me move to the next slide. Yeah. So these are some of the logos we have as clients in Europe of all industries and sizes. We have Colruyt Group, is the largest retailer in Belgium. Any largest energy firm. Nordicon is the largest construction company. I think I'm not on that slide. However, I am. Yeah, here we are. So we have Colruyt Group, which is the largest retailer in Belgium. Any largest retailer, largest energy firm. Nordicon is the largest construction company. So these are some of our clients and partners all around the world. So mostly from the European region. Now, I would like to begin by introducing our first speaker, Pritam Agrawal, Customer Success Head for Germany. So today, Pritam will walk us through the CSRD milestone and how the ESRS taxonomy will shape the future of digital ESG reporting. Pritam, let's start with the ESRS milestone. What are the key dates and deadlines that companies should be aware of as they prepare for ESG reporting under the CSRD? So the floor is all yours. Over to you.
Thank you so much, Neha, for the nice introduction. Let me just share my screen so that I can get started with the session. So let me take this webinar ahead to discuss more about the corporate sustainability reporting directives, timeline, as well and how it got started. But before we get into the timeline, I would like to give you a brief idea about CSRD, what exactly CSRD do or does. So CSRD is a European Union directive that is primarily engaged in the setting up of mandatory reporting standards and amending the requirements of non-financial reporting directives, which is NFRD, because NFRD is also specifically engaged in providing the various guidelines for ESG reporting. So this means that if we need to bring out something beautiful out of the ESG reporting, we need to definitely think about or focus on the certain rules and regulations, which brings me towards the discussion on timelines of CSRD, how it got started. The journey of the CSRD has begun way back in April 2021 when the European Commission adopted the proposal with a specific goal to enforce more robust and transparent ESG reporting across Europe. But then by January 2024, all the listed companies, particularly those reported under the NFRD, will be the first one to submit the report under CSRD with reports which will be due in 2025. And it doesn't stop there. We have a large undertaking companies as well, whose implementations will begin in January 2025, and the first reports will be due in 2026. But again, how about other different companies, the small companies or some other non-European companies? Yes, these standards will always also apply to all various categories of different companies over the time, eventually impacting even the non-European companies, and that too by January 2028. So this is how your CSRD timelines and applicability of the companies have been shaped up throughout these many years. Moving on to the next slide, which talks about the ESRS journey and its standard overview, how and what standards every company should be following up in order to get the appropriate ESG reporting. So the basic structure of ESRS Set 1 taxonomy consists of two cross-cutting standards, which is ESRS 1 and ESRS 2. So let me briefly talk about ESRS 1. It basically outlines the general information about on how to process or how to approach ESRS reporting and how do you do the double materiality assessment when preparing your sustainability report under CSRD. On the contrary, other side, ESRS 2, it will be outlining all the general disclosures that every company must report while doing the sustainability. For example, they should report company's policies, targets, number of employees, and so on. The other standards talks about ESRS journey is the tropical sector agnostic standards. So wherein by this time you must be knowing on what has to be done on the double materiality, and we have done for the materiality assessment, and we know which topic we have chosen for our sustainability reporting. from the different tropical sectors consisting of environment standards, which comes from ESRS 1 E1 to ESRS E5, and social standards persist to ESRS S1 to ESRS S4, and similarly the governance for G1, which helps in business conduct reporting. So coming on to the next topic, the implementation of ESRS stages. So how it got started. Sorry, let me take you to the all ESRS timelines, wherein we know how difficult it was for the ESRS team to timeline all the reporting standards, and it will be interesting to you for knowing that the final set one of ESRS taxonomy has been recently published on 30th of August, and the red dot over the screen you can see that very well presents the current stage of ESRS published taxonomy. But still, we need to wait for industry specific sections that needs to be published over the time. Too much to knowing where it started from, how difficult it was to start the ESRS reporting. So, July 2023, the first draft set of ESRS taxonomy was presented and was made available for the public consultation in July 2023. And later on, many workshops has happened and to discuss the draft that was prepared in February 2024, post which the review was completed and shared for the final approval during the second quarter of 2024, with a plan to release the final set one of ESRS taxonomy by August 2024. Now, we must be wondering what we are going to do with this final taxonomy. Yes, this taxonomy will be used to digitally create your ESG report for iExperl submission, and it is expected to be operational by 2025. But again, we need to wait for the journal to be published around this. But this will be happening only when the ESRS RTS amendment is released, which is under consultation with the European Commission. So now, moving on to the other part of the webinar, yes, ESRS implementation stage, how we need to implement the ESRS stages. Yes, we have certain steps which needs to be followed when we are preparing our ESG report. So now, we know that CSRD and ESRS timelines are available, and we know all who are required to report the sustainability reports in a phased manner. So for that, it becomes very much important for us to know from where to start the process of implementing the sustainability reporting. So as you can see the flow chart one by one, you can see how and what steps we need to follow when we are going to implement sustainability reporting. So first thing, we need to understand the ESRS requirement. For that, prepare yourself with the essential standards that applies to your companies. Then once you are done with that requirement, we know what is required. We need to build up the ESRS team. It will be including of stakeholders from various departments, be it from the legal, finance, or any other department. So now the third step comes into what stage we are into in terms of ESG reporting that we need to evaluate, and then we will be going for a assessment. Double materiality assessment, basically it talks about the impact materiality assessment, and the financial materiality assessment, which will be surveyed accordingly to get onto the final to get on the ESG reporting. So once we're done with the double materiality assessment, what are you going to do? We need to gather and collect the data and aggregate all the informations to make the ESG reporting nice looking, and to make it entire data accurate and completely and showing the completeness of the available data with us. So when we have the information on the data collection and aggregation, we will be using those data to create our ESG disclosure preparation and see how we can translate the data into meaningful and compliant report. With that, once the report is prepared, you can go ahead and review the entire report, and you can go and publish the report for another level of tagging, which is coming up as a digital iExperl tagging of the report that needs to be submitted to the iExperl as an iExperl to the different regulators of different respective countries. So this is how the entire ESRS implementation thesis will be working on. Sometimes back I was talking about the double materiality assessment and its implementation. Yes, double materiality assessment is a cornerstone of each and every framework. So for ESRS, double materiality is a cornerstone that needs to be taken care and it needs to be evaluated in terms of financial materiality that will have an impact on the company's performance and the impact materiality which will have an impact on society and the planet. So let me break down this information into different part of steps how to perform the materialities assessment. So yes, the first step will be defining the business unit. So business unit, what we are going to do, we need to assign accountability for by assigning a business unit, and each business unit is assessed for how its activities impact the environment, society, and the stakeholders. Once that is defined, we need to go for assigning the members who will be specifically responsible for ESG components and collecting the data and analyzing the data for both material impact materiality and financial materiality. Once that has been done, then we need to collect the data. We need to get all the information and see how our company's operations gets impacted and how it impacts our environmental and social factors and how sustainability trends may affect your company's financial health. So with this, it is the key to ensuring that what you prepare or what you report that it what truly matters to the society. Coming to the ESRS templates for material impact, yes, materiality. When we talk about the materiality impact, yes, ESRS has predefined templates for reporting the material topics, ensuring that standards and consistency across industries are followed and they capture the necessary information related to the ESG reporting. So predefined templates, what does it mean? It provides a structured format for reporting and allowing organizations to put their data into predefined categories, which helps them to standardize their content creation and make the report consistent throughout the industry or throughout the companies, which makes it easier for each and every company to compare their report across different companies. So why to end this part, this ESRS template predefined template? Yes, this has been designed to follow consistency and to build essential trust and clarity with the stakeholders. So this is how the predefined template is going to help you. And you can see on the screen, we have some predefined template for ESRS. As you can see, we have some predefined questions and that we need to punch in the answers and your ESG report will be ready in terms of predefined template using the predefined templates. So with this, I will hand over to the next part of presentation to Nupur, who will be taking you through the overview of ESRS Set 1 taxonomy and the digital conversion of the actual report or the ESG reports.
So thank you, Preetham, for providing a clear timeline. As we can see, these dates are really fast approaching. So it's essential for the organizations to stay ahead. Also, it is very clear that there is a structured approach that can help organizations navigate a new landscape. Now it's poll time based on the applicability and timeline. So I'm starting a poll here and you need to drop your responses on these polls. And here we are. So the poll is like, does your organization has to comply with ECSRD reporting? Please give your responses and feedbacks. And we will wait for a few more minutes, seconds. And here we are with the result. 57% of the attendees are saying yes, that the organization has to comply with CSRD reporting. That's really very good and a very good news for everyone. So let's go next to the next section of the session. So now let's talk about digital reporting with XBRL. So Nupur, can you explain the shift from traditional PDF reporting to the XBRL and what benefit is bring to the ESG landscape? Also, we have heard a lot about the advantages of digital ESG reporting. So, Nupur, please help us in sharing some key points on why this shift to digital is so important for stakeholders like investors. Over to you, Nupur.
Sure, Neha. Thank you for very much for passing the stage to me, and thank you, Preetham, for your insights on the ESG reporting. So before going ahead, let me give you a brief idea what exactly is XBRL. XBRL is Extensible Business Reporting Language. This is the open source standard managed by the XBRL International Consortium as the global label. So basically, this is a machine readable language. It's just like a barcode. When it is scanned by the machine, all the attributes and properties get reflected on the system. So XBRL is just like a barcode. It is mainly used for the digital submission of your ESG report to fulfill the requirements of the ESRS. Now, if we do a comparison between the traditional PDF and the digital PDF, in the traditional PDF, the information logged is static. That means you can't go ahead and search and do an analysis of the same. Whereas in case of digital reports, the information is searchable. You can go ahead and search it, do an analysis of the same, and it is highly comparable as well. So basically, XBRL reports or digital reports are both machine and human readable. Why digital reporting is required? What is the importance of digital reporting? So the first advantage of digital reporting is the data is transparent. As I said, that the information available in the XBRL report is completely searchable, so that ensure transparency when the data is searched on by the investors and different stakeholders. Data accuracy is maintained and consistency of maintained because standardized data is available when companies start reporting in the digital format. Comparable information is available for the stakeholder. Now, suppose if the customers, if the regulators, investors want to do a comparison of the data, that could be easily done, which help in better decision making as well. Now, since we have a fair idea of what exactly is the XBRL, let's deep dive into the ESRS SET 1 taxonomy. Now, let's first understand what exactly is a taxonomy. So taxonomy is a data dictionary of all the ESG concepts which are available, and these concepts are the information that is disclosed by the company in the ESG report. It can be anything. It can be greenhouse gas emissions. So all the possible concepts or disclosures which are done by the company in the ESG reports are there in the taxonomy. Basically, this concepts in technically are also called as tags. These have certain attributes. For example, here in the screenshot below, you can see that attributes start with data type, the period type, balance types. But these are all the properties or attributes which belong to this tag. So you can see that in the ESRS taxonomy, the SET 1 taxonomy, there are around 12,630 data types. Now, what exactly are the data types? So data types are the informations are disclosure or the type of informations or disclosure which are presented by the company in their ESG report. So let's understand that what are the new concepts that has been introduced in the latest ESRS taxonomy. The new concepts, the first concept which has been introduced is the Boolean item types. So Boolean item types are such type of disclosures whose answer can be either yes or true. For example, now a disclosure like is the scope of the sustainability of report is same as the scope of the financial statement. In that case, this particular information will be tagged with a Boolean value, yes or no. So whenever the answer is yes or no or true or false, those disclosures are tagged with a Boolean value, a Boolean data type. then extensible enumeration, single, multiple set. So basically, these are those information which has certain options available. So these data types help in tagging values from a predefined set of options available in the taxonomy. Those are normally presented in a drop-down box, and the answer could be a single choice or a multiple choice. Now, suppose the company is operating in different geographical area. In that case, company can go ahead the multiple area of operation, and it will be an example of extensive enumeration, multiple selection option, that is enumeration set type. Apart from new concepts, some new tags have also been introduced in the ESRS taxonomy. Let's understand those. The first is targets. So it may happen that company could set targets or milestones for themselves in the ESG report. For example, the company has done a disclosure that by 2028, they will reduce their GHG emission to 500 metric ton. So it differ from company to company. Company can set a target for themselves. For that, for such type of target, a separate classification, also technically called as dimension, has been introduced in the taxonomy, that is called as milestone and target under the GHG emission or different elements which are there in the taxonomy. Then second is intensity ratio. This concept, for example, GHG emission per monetary, enable company to tag information like GHG emission per unit of net revenue disclosed by company in the ESG report. So these are some example of the intensity ratios that has been introduced in the taxonomy. Narrative disclosure, some of you must be aware of narrative disclosure. So basically, these are the designed for tagging the textual information which is available in the ESG report. These are called as text blocks. Text blocks can include an entire table, graph, pictures, but they cannot be used for tagging numerical values. This type of tags end with the suffix text blocks. So wherever in the taxonomy you come across an element ending with the suffix text block, that means those are narrative tagging, and these are specifically intended for narrative description. In the ESRS taxonomy, 3 level of narrative tagging or narrative disclosure has been introduced, where 3 level of tagging could be done for the text blocks. So here you can see an example of how a narrative disclosure looks like. In this screenshot, you can see that 3 level of tagging has been done to this information that has been disclosed in the ESG report related to GHG emission. The first level of tagging is highlighted in the green box, and the tag which has been assigned is disclosure of transition plan for climate change mitigation. For more granular level of tagging, the second level of tagging has also been done here, highlighted in orange, that relates to explanation of potential locked-in GHG emission from key assets and products, of how locked-in GHG emission jeopardize achievement of GHG emission. And here, more further level of tagging has also been done. That is the third level of tagging highlighted in blue, which give information regarding the locked-in GHG emission may jeopardize achievement of GHG emission reduction targets and drive transition plan. So here you can see that 3 level of narrative tagging has been done, and this is a perfect example of how it looks like. The ESRS taxonomy is very different from the other taxonomy because of several of the unique features or unique characteristics that is having. Let's understand some of the key aspects of this taxonomy that make it different from other taxonomies. The first is ESRS revenue concept. So this ESRS revenue concept is specific to revenue which has been disclosed in the ESG report, which need to be tagged with the ESRS revenue concept available in the ESRS taxonomy. So here, some of the users can get a little confused because revenue concept is also available in other taxonomies to tag financial information present in financial statements. So when tagging the revenue information in the ESG report, we have to be very careful to select the correct tag available in the taxonomy. Then second is type dimension. The ESRS taxonomy include predefined dimensions for classification elements. So what exactly a dimension? When there is any classification of the element. For example, in case of scope 3 emission, it is further classified into category 1, category 2, and category 3. So when there is such classification of any particular element, those classifications are called as dimension. But sometimes it happens that this type of classification is not available in the taxonomy. In that case, companies can go ahead and create their own dimensions that are company specific and that are very unique to the company. For example, the geographical area of operation. The company can go ahead and select their different geographical area of operation, and these are called as type dimension. The next is optional dimension. This type of dimension could be inserted in the taxonomy as per the company's reporting requirement. For example, country of operation. Then other material and other entity-specific information. It sometimes happens that company has disclosed some information in the ESG report that is very unique to the company and it is company-specific. In that case, the company can go ahead and tag those information to the disclosures available in the link roll 601010 in the ESRS taxonomy. So you can see that there are different type of data types used or available in the ESRS taxonomy, and there are different unit of measurements also available that make this taxonomy different from the other available taxonomy. So here we have list down an indicative list of all the different type of data types available in the taxonomy with different unit of measurement. So here you can see that this is the list of the data types available. Few of them I have explained in the previous slide, like Boolean or the monetary or the GSD per monetary enumeration set. Apart from that, there are a few more different type of data types available, like decimal, energy, percentage, string. So you can see that this is very unique to this taxonomy, which is make it different from the other taxonomies. Now, since we have now a fair idea of what exactly is XBRL, advantage of the same, and we have fair idea of what is the ESRS taxonomy, now let's understand that how Iris Carbon will be able to help you in the journey or in your journey in case of ESG reporting. So I'm very proud to tell you that the latest ESRS SET taxonomy is already available on our platform. It is made available on the platform on 31st August 2024. Here you can see a screenshot. So if you are ready with your ESG report, or if you want to do a pilot of your ESG report, we can go ahead and help you out and tag the report as per the ESRS SET taxonomy, where you can see that how the tagged report can look like once it is tagged. Here, I have tried to give a small example of how the tagged report look like. In the screenshot, you can see that we have taken a small table where information related to greenhouse gas emissions scope 1, 2, 3 has been presented. Here I have tagged the highlighted tag. You can see that it relates to purchase goods and services category 1. And on the right hand side in the advanced XBRL pane, you can see that this particular number has been tagged with the element gross scope 3 greenhouse gas emission. Also, you can see the attributes there that relate to the period, balance type, data type, subgroup, unit, scale, everything you can see. Apart from that, since this is one of the classification of scope 3 gas emissions, we have also assigned to it a dimension that is category 1 purchase goods and service member. So this is a small glimpse of how the tagged report look like once the ESG report is tagged using the ESRS taxonomy, which is available on our platform. So how, if you are wondering that how to start and how Iris will be able to help you in that. So the first step is gap analysis. We'll be able to do a gap analysis for you, where we'll do a comparison of your ESG report and the report that will be prepared from our tool. Our tool is template-based ESG reporting module, and we can help you to prepare your ESG report depending on your industry type, risk assessment and the double materiality assessment. We'll help you in doing the double materiality assessment by the help of which the material topics that are significant for the company in terms of economic, social, and environmental impact can be determined. Then accordingly, you can engage with your stakeholders to understand their perspective and the concern. Then thirdly, we can help you in the data aggregation and the collection. So once you have identified your material topics, you will need to gather and analyze the data related to this topic. We can assist you in the collection of the data and aggregation and analysis of the same to generate meaningful information. Once the data collection aggregation is complete, we can help you to prepare the ESG report itself by the help of our template-based ESG module, which is very helpful for the narration of the ESG report. Then once the report is ready and it is reviewed and published, we can go ahead and do the digital transformation of the report. That means we can go ahead and tag your report using the latest ESRS SET taxonomy that you just now saw that is available on our platform. We can also help you to do a comparison of the ESG reports. Once the companies start preparing the report and they start tagging the report, we will be able to draw the comparison and share it with you. So these are all the steps in which IRIS can really help you out in your ESG journey, starting from the ESG reporting and then the digital transformation of the ESG report as well. With this, we come to the end of the webinar. This is the list of all the resources that we have leveraged for this webinar. You can see that we have taken all the information from the EFRAG official website. You can also engage to our LinkedIn account, IRIS Carbon LinkedIn account in IRIS, where you can get a lot of information regarding the ESG reporting, the taxonomy, and the latest development happening in the ESG field. You can also log in on go and visit our official website, IRIS Carbon, for ESG reporting part, where you can also come across a lot of blogs in the resource section where you can really enhance your knowledge if you want to understand the ESG journey. This, I come to the end of the webinar. I would like to hand over the stage to Neha to publish the next poll and handle the question and answer session. Over to you, Neha.
Oh, wow, Nupur, this is really very interesting. So as we heard that XBRL really transforms how ESG data is shared and analyzed. So clearly the benefit of digital reporting extends far beyond compliance. It's about creating transparency and enabling data-driven decisions. And it's also fascinating how taxonomy ensures that the data is structured and discoverable. And these new concepts provide the flexibility and precision needed for accurate ESG reporting. So thank you once again, Nupur, for giving such an insightful information. And this is a very critical step for companies to prepare the reports in a format that aligns with the ESRS digital standards. And we can clearly see that the IRIS Carbon offers a comprehensive solution to help companies meet their ESG reporting requirements efficiently. So for more details, do write to us on info@iriscarbon.com and our team will reach to you immediately. So now it's time for a poll. So we have two polls here. So here we are with the second poll of this day. And the second poll is, at what stages are you in terms of ESG implementation? So yeah, please, the votes and the feedbacks keep on coming in before we get it published. And we just want to know where are you in terms of ESG implementation. So as we can clearly see that the feedbacks are coming in. Please participate in these polls. It's really very important for us to know where at what stage you are in. So here is the result. Yeah, I will wait for a few more seconds for everyone to submit. Please submit your votes here. Okay, so here is the result. So 73% of the attendees are yet to start. So yeah, this is the right time to get started. So let me go to the next poll, which is very interesting, and I want 100% participation here. So how are you leveraging technology solutions in your ESG process? Is there any software for data collection you are using? Is there any software for ESG consulting you are using? Any? The votes are coming. Keep on coming in these votes. I will wait for a few more seconds so that everyone can give their feedback. Okay, and here is the result. So 60% of the attendees are saying that we do not have a software. We have a teams who handle ESG data collection and reporting. So this is something very interesting and very recommended, but still I would say that the technology and solutions will help you for the accuracy. So there are many benefits for the technology. It will help for you for the accuracy and to streamline the process. So these are the polls of the day. So now it's time for the question and answers round. So we have some questions in the Q&A session. We will take it one by one. So we have a question that what is the starting point for ESG reporting? So yes, Preetham, would you like to take this question?
Yes, Neha, sure. So yes, the starting point for ESG reporting is that we need to check the CSRD applicability for the companies and then go ahead with the analysis for the double materiality, and that too we need to identify whether it is impact analysis or impact materiality or the financial materiality, and this also calls for a consulting as well.
Thank you, Preetham, for this information. And the second question is, does IRIS Carbon offers consulting for ESG reporting for XBRL tagging? So yes, we do have team of experts to consult your organization's queries and help with ESG reporting. We will share our email ID, which is info@iriscarbon.com, and you can drop us your email and we will take this ahead from this. So yes, we are there. You just have to send an email or call us and we will get back to you. Okay, so yeah, one more question is there, that are you open for dry runs for digital conversion of ESG report? So yes, we are open for dry runs. Again, you just have to send us an email for your requirements on info@iriscarbon.com and we will get back to you as soon as possible. Few more questions which are really very interesting. So how does ESRS SET 1 integrate with other taxonomies and what are the key aspects? So this is something which is very interesting. So the ESRS, let me answer this question. So the ESRS SET 1 taxonomy is designed to work alongside the ESEF taxonomy and other taxonomies like the ISB, GRI, and BSRS India. So it maintains consistencies with the ordering of concepts as per the ESRS standards and allows for extensions with or without entity-specific tags. So yes, the ESRS taxonomy is aligned with other frameworks as well. So few more questions are there. We will take one by one. Yeah, one more question is there, that is ESG tagging in Iris Carbon should be done manually or can it be done by the software? So this is really very interesting question. So yes, ESG tagging in the Iris Carbon platform can be done both manually and through a template-based approach provided by the software. So users have their flexibility to either manually tag their data or utilize the predefined templates that facilitate the tagging process, making it easier and more efficient to align with ESG reporting standards. So you will be getting a response on your email as well with the answers to these queries. So keep the queries coming in. If you are not able to answer it here, we will definitely, right away after this webinar, we will be sending it over an email. One question I can see here is, who should do the digital conversion of ESG report? Is it the IT team or ESG team in an organization? So these questions actually I have heard from many customers or clients. So Nupur, would you like to take this question?
Neha. So since the ESG report preparation part is the responsibility for the ESG team of the company, so once the report is prepared and it is published, they can get in touch with us or the service provider for the digital transformation of the report. So yes, it is the ESG team that is responsible for the digital transformation of the ESG report once it is ready.
That's correct. So as XBRL sounds very technical and technology based, so it is always assumed that it is the responsibility of the IT team, but it is not. It would be the responsibility of the domain expertise. For example, for ESG report, it would always be ESG team. Here we are done with the Q&A section. So coming to the next part. So some few information about the next webinar. So stay tuned for our next webinar where we will dive deeper into the double materiality and template-based approach for ESG data collection, aggregation, and reporting. So we will be arranging more series of webinar on deep diving into the ESG tagging using ESRS SET 1 taxonomy. We'll send out more details soon. And now it's time to announce the surprise. So I'm very excited to share some special offers exclusively for today's attendees. Iris Carbon is offering free proof of concepts worth euro 11,000 to participants who reach out to us by 30th September 2024. Yes, you hear it right. You have to reach to us by 30th September. And also there is a refer and win prizes for those who will refer us and help companies and us to meet the requirements. All you need to do is send an email to info@iriscarbon.com to avail of this limited time offer. So don't miss out. So here, thank you so much for all our speakers and participants for an informative session. Just a quick reminder before we wrap up. Don't forget to take advantage of a free POC offer worth euro 11,000 by reaching out to us at info@iriscarbon.com before 30th September 2024. So thank you so much for attending this webinar, and please write to us if you have any questions or queries. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.